It's Luis Martin, the art engineer, and we're in the future. It's 2022, my friends, and we have the January Collage Kit. But before I do that, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone, and especially the guy behind the camera.
Chunky Baker here.
Happy New Year. So it's January, and I want to send a big old fat congratulations to Matt Horner. Check this out. So we had an open call. You guys, if you're members, which you are because you're watching this, we have open calls, and this was the first of its kind. We had an open call for artists to submit their best of collages, their favorites, and then we chose one as the cover. This is the first time an artist has shared their collage as a cover that's not mine, but it was fantastic, and it was actually chosen by a guest curator who did all the heavy work for me. I didn't have to worry about it. Sarah Jared, check her out. She's amazing. She's in the podcast right now, and you have access to that. So congratulations, Matt. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you. So let's get to work. This is a really fun one. There's a lot of really weird things in it that I want to play with. So come on over. So just to begin with, this is just such a fun collage. It's so dramatic, right? Matt, what's going on here? So much drama, but then there's clowns and there's beauty. So it's just a great collage to have to rein in the new year. Also, you're always gonna get your diamonds, so we should probably use our diamonds today. So let's see what we have in here. So as you know, you will always have some kind of sticker, and how fun is this? Come on, you guys. And of course, you will always get your double adhesive strips. And look what I found. Look at these labels, you guys. So I'm a big old Francophile. I cannot speak a lick of French, but I love everything that has to do with French. So I'm sending you guys some French flashcards. Oh my God, I can't believe I got fear. The worst. Yeah. See, I can't. Oh, what does this one say? Apple. Boom. Did you know how to say potato?
Pomme
de terre. Apple of the earth. Ding, 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 ding. All right, I tell you, I'm going to go crazy here. And I'm also sending you an interesting little tarot card. So this is more of like a playing card, but it's also a tarot card. I happen to get the strength card and the ace of spades? Clubs. There you go. We have some foliage, like, oh man, check that out. And of course, we have some text. This is actually from a science book, really cool. So again, always start your pile, right? So I'm gonna put this on my need to cut now. And this one. And I'm gonna play with these letters. What else do I have? Wow. So this is actually from a science book, you guys. Insanity. Okay, it's interesting, but it kind of freaks me out a little bit. Ooh, yay, we got a little PG-13 here. So this is from a fashion book. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that, brilliant. And check this out. This is from a dance book, and how beautiful are these? So if you use nothing in your collage kit this month, if you just use one of these and you're like set. So this I will have to play with. And this, check this out. So we're talking about this month, the prompt is all about mapping your goals for 2022. And what better way to get to your goals than by car, right? So here's some beautiful cars. Which one am I gonna use? I love this one. Let me use this one. And if not by car, then by air. Check, this is just, so you all get 3 of these. And look at this. This is from a bird guidebook. And they're so beautiful. I think I'm gonna use the American Dipper. And then we have one of my favorite things, you guys, if you didn't notice on the way in, check this out. I love gemstones, I love rocks, I love love, but I really love minerals. So this is a beautiful sheet that you guys are all getting. They're all different, obviously, so I'm gonna play with this. Okay. This is where it gets really fun, you guys. Because you know what happens? Sometimes you have to cross your eyes to make sense of the world. And this, once you see this, you can't unsee this. Do you remember in the 90s, I think it was, these magic eye books where you literally had to cross your eyes and these things would just pop out of nowhere? So we dug it up in some thrift shop, found this, and I'm not kidding you, I never was able to do it until now. And I feel like I've spent my life not seeing the magic. So I hope you can figure out how to do this. Literally, you just stare at it, cross your eyes, pull it back and forth until it kind of just pops. It's brilliant. And I really think that's the way magic is in the real world, right? Magic just pops and you see it or you don't. So definitely gonna play with this. And of course, your substrate. So let's get to work. So I'm talking about mapping. That's what the prompt is. So behind Matt's beautiful collage, you're gonna get your prompt, and it's all about kind of, you know what? You don't have to be so like, okay, I'm gonna learn French this year and then I'm gonna go to Paris. No, it can be just like, you know what? I wanna eat really good food in 2022. I wanna watch really good movies in 2022. You know, just set something up. Set your pleasures in line. So Elvis and I do enjoy traveling, so maybe that's what this little car can represent. I don't know. Where would you go first, Elvis?
I definitely want to go somewhere in Europe.
Like?
Well, I think we want to go back to Spain. I do want to travel to like Portugal, which we haven't been to in a while.
No, we've never been to Portugal.
That's right, we've been to Spain, to Barcelona.
Yeah, so Portugal would be nice. I've always wanted to go to Fatima, which is like a holy site. I'm not Catholic, but it's just places where miracles have happened are always kind of fun because they're charged. So that might be kind of fun. So yeah, sure. We can't drive there. We'll have to take the, what is it, American Dipper? So let's see where this takes me. So if we did this prompt as far as food, look at this. I mean, already, you guys. What kind of food would you want to experiment with this year, Elvis?
I want to try some like Dominican recipes.
Ooh, yes, Elvis is Dominican. He's from the Caribbean. Very, very fun. And the food is amazing. Whoops. So definitely. Okay, you guys, you know what that means. It's time for a new blade. When your blade starts killing your paper like that, it means that you have to have a new blade. And if you don't have one, you have to go to the store. It doesn't mean you have to stop. You just have to really hold your paper and kind of pull. And that'll prevent it from massacring your beautiful image. And just be very careful. I am very bad at changing my blade. It's just one of those things. But as remember, I think I've mentioned this recently, as one of our members had brought it up, when you change them and you dispose of them, be sure to put them in a prescription bottle so that someone doesn't accidentally cut themselves when they're working in the landfills or just happen to be going through your trash for whatever reason. How fun is that? Okay, we're going places, my friends, we're going places. Okay, so I mean, this, I don't want to zone out and kind of like look for this and look at it because I won't be back. So we'll put this to the side, but for sure, we'll play with this. And you know what you can do? Which image? Okay, maybe I like this guy. So look what I'm gonna do. And this is really easy, you guys. You can double this up. And I did this in a prompt recently. So what you're gonna do is you can just tape it to each other and then start cutting away so that you have the silhouette cut out, right? So maybe, I think his toes need to get cut off, but let's just play with that. And this, okay, this is gonna be tough because the blade is a little dull, so we're gonna have to use quite some force to know that we're getting through both layers of paper. But we're strong, right? Come on now. So it's January, and it's kind of really not as cold as it should be in New York, but I'm cold, you guys. I don't know. I know Matt is in like 3-degree weather, so I hope your recent victory is keeping you warm. Okay, let's go.
Just make you want to go back to Mexico where it's nice and warm.
Mexico, Miami. 10 points to it. It's if anybody can say where that song is from. All right, fine, I'll say it. It's from the Golden Girls. So we lost Betty White a few days ago, and like many people, we're binging on Golden Girls episodes, and we just recently saw that one. Such fun. So, I mean, come on. What more does anybody want for the new year than a reminder of how beautiful life can be, right? She was such an emblem of a life well lived. So, I'm taking that to the bank. Okay, here we go. So, profiles can be tricky because if you mess them up, they just look wonky. So, I hope I do this man justice. Oh, you guys, look how horrible. It's not even cutting through. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Do take your time and do change your blades regularly. Okay, not too bad. But you know, you roll with the punches. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's just paper. Miami? No kidding. Okay. Here we go. So maybe one of my New Year's mapping adventures can be dancing, because I'm not a dancer. And I know a lot of my artists in my community aren't either. I'll never forget, I did that prompt for the Prompt Weeklies, #dance, and everyone was like, what? So I know I'm not alone. And you know you found your tribe when everyone has a similar phobias or similar idiosyncrasies. But it's good to throw a monkey wrench here and there, right? Okay. So usually when you take your time and do something as intricate as this, it usually pays off, all right? What's my tongue twister? It's a low risk, high reward practice, this collage business. Okay. And then there's this here. And then, I mean, if you want to sell the illusion, just be sure to take care of all of the negative space, right? Because look, this is what's really going to make that silhouette look like a silhouette. Okay, one more. All right, are they free? That's the worst way to find out, but I'm I'm pulling it. Okay. Oh, his kneecap. All right, let's see what we did here, you guys. Look at that. That is so cool. Okay, so what am I going to use? Even that's kind of cool. Whoa, look at that. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to use this, of course, because look at that. Wow. It almost looks like they're jumping over this car. And then I have this bird over here. Maybe the little bird doesn't even need to play. Okay, I do adore this. I really want to use this. And look, what great color combination, right? They all kind of talk to each other. So pay attention to that. Kind of see, I didn't plan that. It kind of just happened. But when you create your piles of things that interest you, you will quickly realize that you have an aesthetic. You have a style. It kind of looks like ice cream too, like shaved ice. Okay, so let me commit to something here. Well, what if they're in the back? That would be kind of cool. Yeah. So when you can create trellises to layer things and so you can see things behind and in front of. That's always a really magical thing. So let's do that here. It's so nice not to have a car. So we live in New York, and well, we don't really leave the house anymore, but we used to have a car, and it's a lot of work, you guys. Having a car in New York, or I guess having a car anywhere, it's a thing.
In some places it is necessary.
Yeah.
Like in California.
Like in California. That's why we live in New York. And always look at the back, because that's kind of interesting too, right? So look, this would be a collage. Oh, look at that. I was gonna say the collage with all the backings, but sheesh, you guys. So this is the only thing that can happen. Sometimes you look at the back and you're like, oh wait, that's so much better than the front. And why is it better? Because of contrast. Contrast. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're on to something, my friends. Okay, I can be here forever, so let me not. I just remembered I had this, you guys. Oh my gosh. This is too much.
You do like multiple collages.
Yeah, you can make a triptych, right? So we did give you 3 of these, 3 of the cars, and 3 of
fashions.
and the palm trees too, I think. Either way, you can cut that in half and divide it, but you have just enough to create a triptych, a diptych, and all those other fancy words. You guys, I'm completely torn. See, because this is so abstract. Wow, I love it. Okay, let me be cool for a minute, because I'm about to lose it here with all of the options. Okay, so I'm gonna use this because this is such a beautiful pattern. And I'm thinking I'm gonna create rays, because everybody knows rays are such a beautiful thing. So one easy way to do this, create a nice little circle, and then just start hacking away. All right? You know, take your time. Make some tea. So as I'm doing this, I want to have I want to give a huge shout out to some of our new members. We have Anne in Evanston, Illinois. We have Christy in Toledo, Ohio. I've always wanted to say Toledo, Ohio. Jacqueline in East Hampton in Massachusetts, right? We have Julie in Midland, Michigan. Is there a Upperland? Sutherland? At any rate, hey Julie, welcome. And then we have Shiloh in Tustin, California, my home state. I'm from LA, but don't tell anybody. Okay, look, I can be really lazy and stop there because look what an interesting shape that is, right? Oh, look how cool that is. Whoa. Oh, here we go. This feels really special. So I can even forget the damn car, and look at this. This looks so like monumental, right?
It looks like a monument, like a statue, right?
Exactly. And then, what goes on statues? Birds. Okay, but no. Let me put this car, because I really do love this car, and I love the idea of seeing through it. God, oh, look at that. It looks like the horizon. See, sometimes working smart helps, because I could have wasted all that time making all those rays, and I'm not even going to see it. Okay, this I like. Let's keep this. And really, if you want, we can cut these guys up. And then that even creates more drama. All right, check that out. Don't limit yourself by what was prescribed. So see, what's the difference here, I wonder? If I use that color or if I use this color, right? This is a little bit more dynamic, more like jazz, right? This feels more like sherbet or something, more dreamy. So I'm gonna use jazz, of course, come on. I do have my beautiful double-sided strips. Now I have to do this while I'm young because I can tell that when I get old I'm going to be all fumbling and like, what did you say? So do everything within your bandwidth, my friends. This is in my bandwidth right now. This is almost fun if I put him here because it looks like he's kind of having a good time there. How silly is that? Room play worse. So you can even create some poetry with this one, you guys. Okay, I forget that Elvis is holding the camera. He probably gets tired. I can go on forever. Okay, here we go. You can also use, I'll show you right now what you can do with the fun letters that we sent you, because look, what you can also do is you can create a pattern, right? Actually, look at that, I just got stuck, so you can use that as adhesive. So by doing that, it kind of creates interesting pattern. And you can use these guys to pepper in some color. It's like a little code. I love to leave a lot of white space just for fun. So I like what's happening here. Let's see how it's going. I want it to be kind of fun and not too ominous because I don't want to like he got hit by a car. That's not what I'm aiming for. But I think that's what it looks like. So that bothered me. So let's not do that. Instead, I'm going to play with my bird. So that's always the fun part. You can change your story. So that one kind of was like a little unsettling. So I'm going to look for my little bird. And if he doesn't show up, well then I have more. So that's the thing, you guys. This is how we keep it real. So there we go. So now see what happens if something is just not to your liking, then this is, you're an artist. You can create and change the story. So I was like, oh, that feels weird now that I look at it. So forget about it. Now this little bird is going to tell a story. And this gives me so much more space to play with other stuff, right? Like the geodes. So what's fun with this, because they're erratic shapes, no one will be none the wiser if you kind of just freehand it. So that's the fun thing, right? Deliberate actions. If you are making art and you're like, oh, I don't like where this is going, be deliberate about it. Change it. There is no wrong or right answer here. We'll have to call this one the Change Your Narrative Collage Kit. We'd already called it the Folding Collage Kit because there's so many folded elements. How fun is that? But the funny thing is that if you take it out of context, look, this almost looks like a piece of charred meat or something. So, and you saw what I did there. I turned, when you make a pattern of threes, that always makes something really interesting. And if you've been a member for a while, you have some of these stocked up, right? So don't be afraid or forget to use some of your other Collage Kit material to create something fun. So I'm gonna do this. And it's okay if it goes outside of the border. Actually, that's a fun challenge, right? Oh, look at that, that's beautiful too. But I think the yellow works so much nicer here. Check out all these types of blues. I have this one, and I also have this one. I think this one's cooler, right? Yeah. So now what story is emerging here? So there's no driver, it's a bird. This one seems like it lends itself to a little bit of comedy. I'm, you know, giving it another try, see if something else comes up. On the bird. Let me see the dancers, because everything is so abstract. Maybe using the actual dancers might be kind of cool. Oh, look at that. How do we feel about a dancer straddling a dancer? Or no, a dancer straddling a bird. Well, that's interesting. Actually goes like this, right? That's just as disturbing as the car crash. So you guys play with this is my point. I also have an addiction to these darn washi tapes. So these do not fit in the Collage Kits, or else you know you would have received some already. But you can find these anywhere and they're just super fun. So I'm gonna washi some fun stuff here, and look what I can do. Give an opportunity to create depth, right? That's always fun. And see how kind of that adds a little touch of something, so it feels a little bit less unresolved. Because that's the magic of art, really. You can do 3 scribbles. As long as they feel resolved, you can call it art. Ta-da! You know, it's always that one thing that I want to add. Maybe I just want a little blue. What else do we have? We have so much good stuff that it's overwhelming sometimes where to go. All right, I think this is the pièce de résistance. And then we have a collage. But of course, what am I gonna do? What's on the other side? Oh, that's cool. But okay, we won't do that. This is my collage. So why does it work? Because it's not about a car crash. Because I made all the deliberate choices to make it about flight, to make it about travel, to make it about beautiful rocks that are not in your way. They're kind of magical things that happen along the journey, right? So that one made me sweat. So if you learned anything from this session, is that you have to change your own narrative, right? If something's bugging you, change it. So this is my less buggy collage for January's Collage Kit. I am super excited that you guys are here, and I'll see you in the members page.